note all this, what are all needed, and then load it in your computer and then start filling the form. Here, enter family EPIC if applicable. If your husband or your father or anyone has a EPIZ number and they are staying with you, you can enter it here. Now, why is it asked? Because mostly they will try to add you in the same part number. Okay. Now, if you haven't filled it properly, this you will not be able to go to the next page. So here you can see that date of birth, assembly, personal details, additional information. Then there will be a declaration. So here I have not filled. Okay, I will just fill it up. So here I fill it. Suppose I choose a file. I have to choose a picture, right? Okay. And then this I need, you need not fill if you don't know. Then you go to the next one. Here you have to write your date of birth, town, state, district, and then you have to load your age proof document. And then the next one, I haven't got all this. So next one, it will go to additional information which they ask. Then the declaration that you have no what is it, voter ID in this constituency, and then you can preview and submit. You will get a reference number. Is this clear? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is.
Can we come in with some questions, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Suppose as we had to fill the form, how do we know which part of Bangalore we are in? Is it urban, rural, south, north? How would we identify that? If this is for the person who is completely new, I mean, the person doesn't have any information, how would that be helpful for them?
Okay, 1 minute. I'll just show you. Yeah. See, when you go to fill, I reside in India. Karnataka, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Karnataka. Then you go to next. Okay. You choose your district here. Okay.
Right.
This you should know. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. How
okay. Suppose you don't know, no?
Right.
You have chosen the wrong one, rural.
Right.
Then, okay, there is no. Usually in the previous one, no, if you choose rural, the assembly constituency used to come here.
Okay.
So, whatever assembly constituencies are in this will come, and then you find that it is not yours, so you can change. Now you have to definitely know where you are.
Okay, got it, ma'am. So we have to make a research of all this before we fill in the form. Where do we belong and all?
Yes. At least you should know your what is the district, and you should also know your assembly constituency.
Right, right.
I mean, as a citizen, it's important to know that.
Right.
If you don't know, no, if there is anyone with voter ID card near your house,
Mm-hmm.
ask them for the voter ID card and
Okay.
look at the back. At the
Okay.
back,
Okay.
no address will given, and then
Mhm.
district and then assembly constituency, all the details will be given at the back. So from that, yours also will be same because you are the neighbor, no? So for
Right.
like that, you can find out.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, anything else? So this is for a fresh inclusion. If you
Okay,
want
I have
to,
another question, ma'am.
yeah,
Suppose somebody has shifted and they need to get an voter ID done or whatever, like change of address and all. So
mm,
I just saw there is a rental agreement, but in rental agreement, if it's only the husband's name it is mentioned, then what are the attaching documents that the wife has to submit?
okay. Actually, like when I did the Form 6, you
Mhm.
saw that there is a window to upload only one document, okay? One
Mhm.
document for age proof, one document for address proof and all that.
Right.
Um, the problem is, this online thing is for people who have
Mhm.
straight documents. That is, you don't have a problem with your documents.
Okay.
Okay. And you also must have noticed that it is a picture which is asked. It is not a PDF file.
Mhm.
Okay, so you cannot take a PDF file. If it's a PDF file, you can take a series of papers, series of PDFs together and post as one
Okay.
by using a CAM scanner.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But in the picture, you see, if you can take a picture with your husband's address
Mhm.
and marriage certificate together, a photo where
Mhm.
all the details are seen, it is good. Otherwise, it is better to go for a manual form
Okay.
where the BLO will understand
Mhm.
that you don't have an address proof,
Mhm.
that you have, he would examine your documents, no? So
Right.
you give a self-attested document to him.
Mhm.
BLO has the authority to check and verify. So he can accept your application.
Okay. Okay.
Or you go to the ARO office and you have to do your registration. Or
Mhm.
if there is a camp where the BLO comes, you can go there and register.
Okay.
Um,
I
Oh,
mean,
if you are doing online, you have to do what I said. If it is coming, okay. Otherwise,
mhm.
it can be rejected.
Okay. Okay.
I
There are,
have a question
yeah,
Yeah.
because we are catching a lot of youngsters now. This 18 years, I didn't hear you properly. He or she should be 18 years or than 1, 1,
Yeah,
2,
18 years on the 1st of January to 2021.
21, is it? So if he's 17 and a half, also you can enroll him now or her.
17 and a half, huh? 17 and a half.
You said 1,
Yeah,
1, 2, 21, no?
yeah, I think you can because if it is, where your age is asked, so that you can enter as that particular date. Because this will be on the 1st of January of that year. Because I read somewhere, I'm not very sure, that if you are 17 and a half also, since this will be for the next year, no? So you can apply.
Okay, thanks.
there is one other question. There
Yeah,
are two more questions. One is whether the electricity bill should be on the applicant's name. I guess yes. The answer is
yes,
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 right?
yes. Yes.
There is a third question by Mukund. If the Epic card is lost, or I don't recollect if I have the Epic, can you register as a new voter?
Epic card is lost. Actually, in the search part, no, there is a search by name. Okay. See, in the search part, 1 minute, there is a search by name. If you remember all this, no, you can put it and you search. See, only the name is asked, right? All this if you put, and you can find your Epic number. You note your Epic number. There is a form to fill in the ARO office, or even online you can do. There is a place where you can apply for a new card. That is, if you have lost your card, you can apply for that. So I'll just show you 1 minute. So through that, yeah, you have to pay some 50 rupees or something, and then you can get your one. Just show you. Here. But I have seen it in. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, but I've seen it in the water application.
You have to mute yourself from one of the devices. I think there is an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
It's okay, no?
Yeah.
In the water app, there is a place where you can apply and get your. Okay, now it's gone.
It's
Hello?
clear, ma'am. It's clear now, ma'am.
There is a place where you can move the, where you can apply for the new card. That is with your old voter ID number. You can mention, and you can mention the reason that it has got lost, and you have to pay some money, I think, and you can get it reissued. It is done in the ARO office. I think online also there is a place you can do. It is not here, but I have seen it in the voter app, which you can download from Google Play.
Okay, ma'am, there's another question by Mr. Sanjay. So
Yeah.
he says the search name doesn't work.
Search name doesn't work. No, you enter only 3 letters, no? You just enter, see in the search name, okay, you enter only 3 name, and then let me search mine, okay? Normally it works. I don't know. No, that's fine. Yeah, it comes. So you can see, usually previously, when CEO Karnataka was there, if you put 3 of your letters, one list will come. From that you can find. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Got it, ma'am.
No.
Okay, there's another question from Mr. Sanjay. It's again.
Hmm.
So, as I asked you earlier, which assembly constituency my name's earlier there? If we don't get the name,
Pardon?
Which-
I couldn't
what if we
understand.
don't know which assembly constituency my name's earlier there?
You mean you already have a voter ID, but you don't know the constituency?
Right, I guess so. That's the question he's trying to say.
So if you have moved here, say suppose you have to move to a new one, and then you have you had a voter ID in the previous one, and you have lost it, right? I couldn't really understand what you want to know, what he wants to know.
Right, ma'am. Right.
See, if you don't know your previous constituency, you can phone someone there, no, your
Excuse me,
yeah.
I've allowed Sanjay to ask his question directly. Sanjay,
Yeah,
would
yeah,
you speak?
please. Hello.
Sorry to create this confusion.
No,
My question is, if suppose someone is living somewhere else and shifts here, there was no voter ID earlier, but there was some ESIC or some registration was done on the website. Now, I want to search my name. How do I know whether the search is failing or my name is not present?
You didn't get your voter ID.
I never got my voter ID, but I had registered myself on this website. I have been struggling for last 7 years to get a voter ID.
Oh,
Oh, that's the saddest part. But sir,
no,
let me just clear this. Either your there must be some. See, this is the question many people have asked. I think there must be some problem with the application that you have submitted, and hence it is not showing. Or you might be typing something somewhere wrong that you had filled in the earlier, and you're not doing it correct now.
See, the question is, I know this is a government website and they will not like us to use it. So it better fails, because if you search something, it should be easily. Nowadays, all websites we can search. The question is, it is lost. My name is lost somewhere there. Father's name I typed, first 3 characters. All this I have done. All these first 3 characters.
so what you do, if you can't find it, apply as a new person. That's all. Apply in Form 6.
So fresh application they will accept?
Yes.
So that will be easier.
Let them reject it. No, let them reject it. Then you go and ask. That's all.
Okay, we'll try it again.
That's why we are launching the BNP site.
Yeah, exactly.
To help people like this.
If I may come in, Ram, here, I hear the last one of these sessions from BNP only I heard certain records after 1 year, they're all lost because of some IT goof up. So it is better to apply again. Even I had done that and I got my card.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, we can continue.
Election Commission Office, that's what they told when they made the CEO Karnataka full conversion into the NVSP. A lot of data was lost. That is, those who applied in March, wasn't Sandhya is here?
Yeah.
Hello? Is Sandhya here?
No, she's not on this call.
She is not there. Okay. It seems that those who applied before 31st March 2019, all those applications are not to be found at all. So the commissioner, Deputy Commissioner whom we met, he told, Madam, please ask them to reapply again. So that's the thing. Can't really help it. There were a lot because we had a camp in Kaikondrahalli Lake where more than, I think, 800, 900 people had given applications. None of them were able to find them.
One thing that surprises me, ma'am, is that the Aadhaar card being the most important document for us, and that is not accepted as a voter by submitting the voter ID card.
No, it is accepted as age proof, ma'am, not as an address proof.
Oh, okay. Okay, ma'am.
It is considered as an ID proof,
Mhm.
but it is not accepted as your address proof.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
Any other questions?
You can carry on, ma'am. You can just continue. We interrupted you in between.
No problem. So next one we will go to this, that is migration to another place. Here. Now here also, for migration, you will be already having your EPIC card, no? So you have to enter your EPIC card here and your password here. So I will enter my EPIC number. So here you can see, no? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
We are
ma'am.
able to hear you, ma'am.
So here you can see self and family. You select self. Then there are two here. That is migration outside your constituency. That is if you are coming from another constituency other than where you are staying. Okay, suppose you are staying in Bomanahalli. Now you are staying in Bomanahalli. You want a voter ID in Bomanahalli. But previously you were in CV Raman Nagar. Then you have to choose this. This also has to be chosen for people who are coming from other states, because that is also another constituency. This is for people. Now I said Bomanahalli, So if you are within Bomanahalli and you are changing within Bomanahalli, then you will choose this. Then you press here. Then you will come to this place. So here you have Karnataka here, and then here you choose Mahadevapura. Okay. So here you will choose again, which is your assembly constituency. So urban. You choose here, then you can choose here Mahadevapura will come. Okay. Now suppose you choose Bangalore rural here. Then all this will come. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
All this you can choose. So first you choose over here, then you enter over there.
Okay.
Then next here they will ask you, you can choose the language also. Presently it is in Hindi. So you can choose English and you can either choose Malayalam also. So 3 languages it is available. Then you go down, you fill up everything. See, you just fill up all these windows, your name, your surname, and then same way after filling you should come here. Then it will be populated in the regional language. Then here type of relation, this refers to husband. In your voter ID, there will be a part where relation is mentioned. There it will be mentioned your husband's name or father's name, that you have to write over here. Then the age of 1st January current year. Current year is 2020. So 1st January, how old you were, you have to enter here. Either you choose this or you choose this. You can choose to enter your date of birth also. Then your street, all this, street, locality, office, all this. And then here also your family, anyone has an EPIC card, you can enter. Then this you can, if you have any disability, you can enter over here. Then your email ID, it's better to give it so that if any, if your application is accepted, rejected, it will come in the email or mobile. So it is, though it is optional, it is better to give. Then here are the supporting documents you have to give, your photograph, and then here for that you can choose. So all this should be loaded in your computer before you start applying. So your photograph, your age proof, here these are the documents accepted for age proof. Now for address, see other is here for age proof, you can give it. Here for address proof, all this, other is not there. If you have none of this, no, you can ask someone to give you what is that, speed post, which have all your address written properly. It should have the stamp of the post office. You can use that envelope as an address proof. Then you declare that your name is not there in any of the assembly, or my name is there. If you have a voter ID, you say my name is there, and then you have to give the place, then the date, and then put the capture, and then you submit it to you. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now the same way it is done for the other one also. If you are inside the same, you are migrating inside the assembly constituency, you have to choose the other one, and then you have to go. I mean, the directions are very, very clear. So, provided you don't make a spelling mistake and all that, and when you are loading the, correct, what I call, if it is 3 MB or 2 MB, you stick to that, your application gets accepted. No, this is form 6. Okay, now we come to corrections. Some of you must have got a voter ID card, and there will be corrections in your name or address spelling wrong. So you choose format. So you say self or family, you choose self, and then you say next. Then you have to enter all your details. Here also your language can be chosen. So you have to choose your state, your district, and then your assembly constituency, then your name. So whatever is correct, you just suppose it is Soumya, and it is what is it? Spelt as Soumya, S-O-M-Y-A. You write S-O-U-M-Y-A. The correct spelling here, surname. And then here, the serial number of the electoral roll. That is the part number and serial number. See, like I told you, remember, when all the electoral rolls, they come on the 25th, before the 25th of January every year. Okay, in that you have to note the new part number and serial number. That current one only you should enter over here. 1 minute. This one, see the part number of the electoral roll and the serial number of the electoral roll. You have to write the current one, not the one in your election card. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have the electoral photo ID number. That is the EPIC number. It will be alphanumeric that you have to write there. And then here you have to tick what you want corrected. Suppose you want the name corrected, you tick it. If you don't want, you had made a mistake, double click, it will go. Then your photograph, suppose your photograph is wrong, then you tick this. Okay. Then here the number issued is wrong, then you tick this. So see, according to what you tick, no? See, I am ticking all this. So I want to change, say this, and then I want to change my date of birth. Sometimes gender is wrong, type of relation is wrong. See, according to that, it will ask for the documents. Okay, when you come here, see, this is the correction, how it should be corrected. And then you come here and populate, it will come in Kannada. Then here all, whatever is correct, you write over here. And then all this is the photo ID if issued. And then your date of birth, age, relative name, surname, everything. And then populate it here in the regional language. And here also the format should be like this. Only these are accepted. Now, because I asked for a photo change, so they have, so I have to upload my photo, age, and then address proof. And if my name is wrong, you have to choose a file. And if you have changed your name, there must be a document for that, no? So that you have to load it here. Some people, they change their name in the by putting in as what we call advertisement in the papers, so that you can load over here. Then your email ID, your mobile number, and then your declaration, place, and then you fill in the captcha and then you submit. This is clear? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Now we go back home.
You can probably ask the questions that have been typed after since the last break, right?
Yeah. Ma'am was explaining, so because we didn't want to interrupt in between.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
ma'am, here again, Mr. Sanjay says,
Oh.
how do we know what is the part number? You have already, I think you have explained it.
Yeah, I explained it. That's what,
Yeah.
when you type in all your details in
Yes.
the search by name or search by EPIC number,
Mhm.
you will get the part number and serial number.
Okay.
Otherwise, you go to voter roll and then you have to find it physically. That is very, very hard.
Okay. So even again, Mr. Sanjay is asking, so what all should I know before applying for a voter ID? I have address proof as a telephone bill and age proof as passport. Do we need anything else?
That's all. That will do.
Okay.
Telephone bill, your address and name should be visible properly.
Yeah.
And the name of spelling of the name in the telephone bill and the spelling of name in the passport, they should match.
Okay.
And sometimes, you get some funny, I mean, especially Aadhaar card. Your address, I don't know, sometimes they repeat it so many times. If that is the case, you use some other proof. It's better. Your address actually should be correct. Otherwise, if it is not correct, they will reject.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything?
It's a small incident regarding my voter card. So I have more than 5 voter cards, same name, but different spellings. As it is Vijayalakshmi Chatterjee, somewhere one spelling is missing, your husband's name is different. So each time I keep applying, but luckily this was last time, it was perfectly fine. But till now, it was always, I had a spelling mistake.
Yeah. If you have 5 cards, okay,
Yes, yes.
they are from different assembly constituencies or the same one.
Different constituency, ma'am.
Then you retain one which where you are living.
Yes,
The
yes.
other 4 you please surrender using Form 7.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, give a reason as shifted.
Okay, I will do that.
It's better to do that. Otherwise, someone will use your card and vote.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
So, ma'am, now coming to the point, why is it so important to have an voter ID card? So, what do you tell about this, ma'am?
Yeah,
Why should somebody vote? Because I have asked many people about this. So they say, why should we vote? All our politicians are corrupt. That is what they tell. Whomever we vote, they're all corrupt. So it is generally left with no choice for people. So that's why they opt of not voting instead of voting. So what do you have to tell about it, ma'am?
We all think that all politicians are corrupt and we don't vote. Then the corrupt will vote for the corrupt, no?
That's true. That is the main thing that it's that BMP is trying to do the awareness campaign to the people. Please do vote. Don't let your vote go for a waste.
Because every vote counts. Everyone thinks I need not vote. Then
Right.
everyone, I mean, like many drops make an ocean. Same way,
Right.
everyone thinks the same. Then it will amount to so much votes missing from the election, right? And you must be knowing, no, that to be elected. Now we are going for the corporator election.
Right, ma'am.
It is enough for a corporator to get at minimum 10,000 votes and he will win. Not
He
even
will win.
10,000, 7 to 8,000 person
Right.
will win. So
Yeah, that's the data that it's been collected. 8,000 to 9,000 votes is all required.
that's all it is required.
But we have thousands of people together in a constituency assembly. But
Yeah,
he just needs 8,000. That's it.
Yeah, that's all. And it also will depend. Yeah, it will depend on how the person campaigns.
Mhm.
Your campaigns and how you build a goodwill among the people.
Mhm.
So that will also help you, help the party to win. That is the
Okay.
thing. So now we have this COVID going on. People need a lot of help. So,
Right.
I mean, that goodwill always pays, So people are in dire needs and we go offer them help and we tell them a way or we even show them a way. They'll be really thinking of you. So that also helps in
Right,
times
right.
of crisis. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So I've come to the deletion part, like you told, when you have a multiple cards, you have to give it up because
Right.
it is against the law to have more than one voter ID card. And your voter ID card is also a proof that, it is almost like a citizenship. Only citizens will be given a voter ID card.
Yes, ma'am.
It is almost like a citizenship.
Right,
And it
right.
also is a address proof, and it's an authentic address proof
Yeah.
showing where you live. Because if you don't live in the place, and sometimes if you don't vote for 3 consecutive years,
Mhm.
your voter ID will be deleted. So
Oh, okay. This is something that we didn't know about, I guess.
it is an authentic address proof.
Okay. Okay. So, ma'am, there's a question again from Mr. Sanjay.
Yeah.
So he's saying that how do I know what is my user ID? I just reset my password with forgot password, but there's no option of forgot user ID. So he means
User
to
ID,
tell
you can phone 1950 and ask for help. So they will help you out.
okay.
The passport, there you can reset the password. For your user ID, it's a little difficult. So you can ask help from 1950. Usually they help you out, or they will ask you to write an email to ECI, wait 1 minute, eci.gov.in at this one. Complaints at eci.gov.in. You send email, they will reply to you. For technical support, you can phone to this number 1800 111 950. So any problems in the website, if you inform them, that will be corrected.
Okay.
One is by email, and another one I told you 1950. These 3 you can use.
So I hope your questions have been answered, Mr. Sanjay. We would like to hear from you. Okay. So Mr. Sanjay says yes. So yeah, we can go on to the next session, ma'am.
Oh, I think I have finished.
Okay.
That is one form which is 6A. That is for NRIs. Okay. That I think we are doing that BNP website, no?
Yes,
We will
ma'am.
be loading details on that, so you can await that. I think not many aware of that.
Right, right. I
We are
mean,
giving
just
a very detailed steps by which you can fill up that form. And also there will be a help window. If you want BNP to help you with the tracing of application and all, you can choose to do it. Yeah. Hello, I think I have finished. If you want me to cover anything else.
so, ma'am, see, as we all know, voter ID is the most important card, and we feel proud of having our voter ID card. So I remember once, I mean, the first time when I got my card, I was so proud about it. But I don't feel so that I don't think that younger generation has that craze of getting a voter ID card now, because they are not much aware about what's happening and all. What do you have to tell about it, ma'am?
That depends on the present parents. No? They
Right.
have to instill the importance of voting in elections, why
Mhm.
it is needed and all. But I do see,
Mhm.
I go around doing voluntary work here. I
Mhm.
do see a lot of youngsters being involved, especially helping out in distribution and all that.
Mhm.
I think it is because no one tells them. And unless, we can make an effort to go around to colleges, because I think 18 years old, they'll be in college. So we can go around and create awareness of
Yes,
why
yes.
voting is, that should be also, BNP can take up,
Yeah, yeah.
creating.
Yeah, regarding this, the BNP is coming up with a campaign called Youth Awareness Campaign, where
Yeah.
BNP will be educating them about the importance of election, what is the role played from each and every corporator, and all this, ma'am.
But also, and we can ask them to take part, because doing is always good.
Right, right,
When you
ma'am.
do something, you learn more. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. So any other questions from the participants, please let us know. Or else we can move forward with the session.
Regarding voter ID, I think I have finished. You can continue with anything.
Okay. So as I was, a small incident happened to me yesterday. So as I was passing on all the WhatsApp messages for the today's session, so one of my cousin asked me that they have submitted all the forms, but still they're not able to. It's been 3 years or so that, but still they have not got their voter ID card. So how do they go about this, ma'am?
Forms, when did they submit?
Been 3 years now.
3 years now. Then I mean, how did they submit? Is it online, offline?
They have done it. No, this was off. They personally had gone and submitted all the forms.
Manual.
Yeah,
Manual means there is no proof, no? So
that's right, ma'am. That's the. So they don't have any proof of it, and they can't even. And that's the reason they are stuck. So how do they go about it? They have to reapply everything again.
Yeah, you reapply online. At least you get the reference number, no? Then
Okay.
you can go and ask them what happened.
Okay. So there's another query, ma'am. There was a person who has shifted address, the same constituency but a different place. So what happened when he applied for a change of address? The old card got erased, and he's not got his new card also.
Okay, he has been deleted, right?
Yeah.
He has to reapply in Form 6.
Reapply in Form 6.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. We have.
So
Okay, there is a question from Mr. Anant Nag. So he asks us online when we submit, what do we have online when we submit? Do we have a reference number, right? He's asking, should we have a reference number?
Yeah, it will come. Submitted, after that your reference number is so and so. You have to note it down. Either you print a screen, you can do print screen and save it, or you note it down. That is very, very important.
Okay.
Because if you want to, there is a tracking also in NVSP, track your application.
Right.
So you can use that and track your application.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So I think we have almost finished the session.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think so. I mean, I think all the questions, and I mean, you have presented it very well with all the doubts cleared, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So I would like to thank you once again for this wonderful session and educating us on how to go about the voter ID card. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Would Lalita or Shrikant, would you like any concluding remarks?
I think, Valli, you have given us a very nice insight about this, and I'm sure that people will see this recording as well and then get encouraged to apply for voter ID and the upcoming and vote in the upcoming BBMP elections, which is just few months away. And we will definitely approach you for further clarifications. And if audience have any other doubts, they could just one last time they can ask.
And it would be very, very useful if people can spread the word around the importance of BBMP elections and not just register themselves on the rolls, but encourage all their friends, family, neighbors to register on the rolls. That's the only way to start bringing about change in our city.
Yeah, definitely agree, because see, unlike MLA and MP elections, this local BBMP elections is the very, very core of Bangalore and for the local governance and the development of Bangalore. So ward level developments is only with the corporator and BBMP elections. So it's at most important that people have their voter IDs and then and take this little period that is a lockdown, and then people have to start applying online. We from BNP also will come up with this Kevala Matavalla campaign very soon. Right, and then would request everybody. So please spread this word. It's very, very important. It's like this election, the corporate election is like the heart of a human body. So we need people to vote and get good people under the system.
Very true, ma'am. We will definitely just spread the word of mouth. And we expect more awareness program like this.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Viju.
Thank you all. Bye.